Hey guys, really a treat to be with you today, and a super treat to have my granddaughter Callie with me today. We did a video recently about Breakfast of Champions, and we also talked about that there are a number of breakfasts that are Breakfast of Champions. So one of the things I love about what we're going to talk about today, which is oatmeal bar, is that when you begin to talk to some really healthy people and doctors and experts and people that really study science and health and being healthy and foods that are healthy, a lot of them have oatmeal every morning for breakfast. And I would just say, if you need to have this 5 mornings a week, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if you have a breakfast bar sort of set up, then win-win. Yeah. Now, Callie and I did not really make the oatmeal today. I have some steel-cut oats here today that I'm able to get at Costco. But if you don't get the steel-cut oats, the old-fashioned oats are better than the instant. They're just not as processed. So every degree of processing takes away a little bit more of the health. So at least at very, very minimum, the old-fashioned oats. But you might try the steel-cut because they are just a little bit healthier for you. They're a little bit coarser grind and going to be a little healthier for your gut. So Callie's just going to kind of run through some of the toppings that we have here, and then I thought she had some really great insight on what not to put on your oatmeal bar, and I'll let her share that as well because I thought it was pretty insightful for a teenager turned almost adult, and that she already knows this stuff. So Callie, what do we have on our oatmeal bar?
Yeah, so these are just ripe bananas that you can get from the grocery store. We have some unsweetened almond milk that you can pour into the oatmeal that gives it a sweetish taste, but sweet-ish. This is cinnamon, correct? This is just some cinnamon that has been refrigerated that you can just pull out and spoon into your oatmeal. We have some raisins here. Those are not raisins. What are those?
Those are craisins.
Those are craisins.
And it's not something, it does have a little bit of sugar, obviously. Yeah. And so hopefully, your kids don't pour the whole jar on. But we've talked about that if there's a little something that's mostly healthy, yeah, and that they'll use their flax and nuts and other things, but if it takes a little bit of craisins, I just don't think that's the end of the world. Yeah. There are some healthier versions of these. These are just the craisins brand. So if you find your kids are just going to the craisins and that's all they're putting in their oatmeal, then you know what? We could just set this aside, right?
Yeah. So we have some craisins. There's organic blueberries here that we've just washed and put into a jar. Raisins here. These are just whole pecans that we've refrigerated. You can buy these in bulk at Costco. Walnuts. This is flax that we also get from Costco. It's pre-ground, so that's awesome. These are just sliced almonds, and then I think we have some coconut here. And that's about it. We didn't slice a banana today, but obviously you can have that done prior to when you have your oatmeal bar. But all of this is super easy to just put into jars at the beginning of the week.
Really, seriously. And
then have your oatmeal in the refrigerator, and even if you needed to heat it up on the stove for a second, or make it that morning, whichever you have time for. And then just pull these things out and have it on a little tray like this, and have your kids just come by as they're walking out the door for school. It just makes it's a super easy but super healthy thing. And I was telling Nanny
the what not?
Yes,
yes. Not to put on your breakfast bar, your oatmeal bar.
Yeah, often when you go to big breakfasts, like company breakfasts and hotel breakfasts and stuff like that, often you will find that there's an oatmeal bar provided for you. Yes, that's awesome. But most of the time you will see things like chocolate chips and brown sugar and like creamer that's not so healthy that sometimes they'll want you to put in there. Just things that maybe it may make the oatmeal a little bit sweeter and a little bit easier to get down, but honestly these things are the same amount of sweet that those things are, but
seriously,
so much healthier.
So much better. So much better.
And so if you don't set those things out for your kids, guess what? They don't have the option to put them on. So, but when you do set them out, oftentimes, we're kids. We want to go for the sweet things. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then they'll want to go to those things. But if you just Don't even make it a question. Just set these things out and put the fun ingredients in front of them. I mean, bananas and walnuts and oatmeal is one of my favorite things to make. So honestly, just put those things out that will make them say like, wow, that's colorful and so fun to put in, you know, like don't choose the things that may be easier, but you know, put those things out that will in the long run be, you know, so much healthier. So
I love that.
Yeah.
And these are such wins for your health, as Callie was
Yes.
always saying, such wins. If we have our checklist in front of us, which I will try to share on the website sometime soon, but just a checklist in front of us, or what are the components of a healthy day? Well, this is going to hit a number of those components. You know, you've got your healthy whole grain and some fiber in there. You've got fiber in much of this, and of course especially the flax. Cinnamon is one of the great wins that Dr. Greger tells us, the many benefits of cinnamon. This is one that I ordered in bulk, obviously. Need to get a little shaker for that. And then fruit, just getting your berries. So we could go on in the benefits of this, and it would be so fun sometime even just to list the many benefits. But God made these foods and they're so good for us. And so I just want to encourage you to just set this out for your family, a gift of love from our Father above, and also a gift of love from you to your family. So, all right, we're going to call that it on Breakfast of Champions Oatmeal Bar, and I'd love to just hear your comments. If there's something that you put on your oatmeal bar that maybe we've forgotten something that's healthy,
Yes.
then we'd love to hear about it, because you may have some ideas that we've missed.
Absolutely.
And we'd love to know about
Yeah.
them. So, Callie,
Yes.
such a treat to have you
Yeah,
here.
thank
I
you
hope
so
we can do
much.
this often. Sometimes I get to do this with your mom, so it's so fun when my grandkids will do it with me, and they are really making some healthy choices. Super proud of you.
Yeah.
And all right, we'll call that it for the day. I'll see you next time. God bless you big.